he became the 46th President of the United States. But his story began long before the Oval Office. A story not of power, but of survival, a lifetime shaped by grief, resilience, and quiet determination. This is the hidden journey of Joe Biden as a child. Joe Biden struggled to speak. His stutter was so severe that classmates mocked him and teachers doubted he would succeed in public life. Biden fought back alone, standing in front of a mirror, reciting poetry for hours, training his tongue like an athlete until his voice finally found strength. At 29, he was elected to the Senate, one of the youngest in American history. But just weeks later, tragedy struck. His wife Nelia and baby daughter Naomi were killed in a car accident. His sons, Hunter and Beau, were critically injured. Biden prepared to leave politics forever until fellow senators convinced him that his public service could honor the family he lost. Biden was sworn in at his son's hospital bedside. A rare, emotional moment in American political history. From that day forward, fatherhood came before politics. His first promise was simple: "I will never abandon my boys." For 36 years, Biden traveled from Wilmington to Washington every single day. Over 8,000 round trips. He chose family dinners over DC parties, helping with homework over political receptions. He became known as Amtrak Joe, the senator who went home every night to keep a promise to his children. Few people know that for decades, Biden shaped U.S. foreign policy from the inside. He led key negotiations in the Balkans, pushed for sanctions against apartheid South Africa, and built bipartisan coalitions during some of America's most tense global moments. In 2015, tragedy returned. His eldest son, Beau Biden, a decorated soldier and rising political star, died of brain cancer. Biden was devastated. He considered leaving public life forever. Later sighed, "Beau was the finest man I ever knew during his vice presidency." Biden often worked behind the scenes. Quiet negotiations, private diplomacy, and steady guidance. Presidents trusted him not for his speeches, but for his ability to unite people who rarely agreed on anything. In 2020, Biden ran for president in one of the most divided eras in modern history. Few believed an older, moderate candidate could unite a fractured nation, but he won the largest number of votes ever cast for a U.S. presidential candidate. A record that rewrote political expectations. Unlike many presidents, Biden's drive for public service comes not from a hunger for power, but from decades of loss, resilience, and the belief that empathy can be a form of leadership. His life story is not about victories, but about endurance. Joe Biden's journey shows that history is sometimes shaped by those who learn to stand up after life knocks them down. A boy with a stutter, a young senator in grief, a father who kept his promise, and a president defined not by triumph alone, but by perseverance. This is the untold story of Joe Biden.
If you want to uncover more stories from the mysterious savannah, subscribe now, and step back into the ancient